Hello? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Should you add lettuce to your burger? Absolutely. Make it a lettuce wrap, actually. How are we all doing today? I hope the audio levels are good. I'm gonna try and turn this down a bit. Let me know if the music's not enough. I can always turn it back up. Oh, chat delay seems to be a little sus. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about that. Bitrate? I don't know. Oh well. It's fine. How are you guys all doing? I see San, solid, excellent. Okay, Penguin Boy, Hunter, hello, hello. Colt, how are we doing? So, yeah. Today we're going to be taking some time. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming for. It's really just something to do right now. I tried to record a video. It just isn't hitting. It just isn't hitting. But I figure we can try and get something done, try and get a video done, and we can build in Santa Fe Trailside Museum. This project is probably one of my favorites so far. There's a lot that we're looking at. Hello, Beckaboo. Hello. I-10 Pingy. Hello. Yes, Hunter. Everyone should boot up their Planet Zoo. And join me if you can. We're just going to be building alongside each other. Alright. Let's jump into it. Here we are. The leaf cam is still set up. He's getting in the summer mood though. He has his little snorkel on. Yeah, this is the Santa Fe Trailside Museum. Hello, Forge. How are you? So, yeah, there's been a big amount of progress since I last updated you guys. This was actually doing numbers on Reddit the other day, which was really cool. But, we'll just go for a little mini tour just to get us settled in. Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite desert parks I've worked on. The desert is just such a good kind of like, I don't know, it's very fun to build in. Over here we have a whole bunch of like different animals that represent what's happening in there. We have the armadillo, we have the fusa, but pretend it's an ocelot. We have a tortoise. I'm realizing now I did not account for a tortoise in this build, but maybe we can squeeze one in. We have the coyote up there. We have the bighorn sheep. And yeah, it's very cozy. You're getting a tooth I feel like you always have tooth issues. But, yeah. This is our little museum part. So we have this little cultural exhibition over here. Unlike, you know, kind of like Aztec, Mayan, all that jazz. And yeah, like Mexico through the years and stuff. Come over to this side. We have a little thing. I gotta spruce this up in here. It can be so much prettier. But yeah, you have a little meal station or something. And yeah, the gift shop as well. So awesome that Planet Coaster is getting gift shops finally. But yeah, popping out here, we have a beautiful large area. This is great. I just love like this vista back here because there's so many layers in here. We'll talk about everything in a second. But yeah, over here we have the what were they? I was gonna say kinkajou, but no, it's ringtails. I love them. They're actually using their climbing enrichment, which is great. But yeah, incredible mod by Gaboy, probably one of my favorites out there. And I'm so happy I was finally able to build for them. We can kind of take this little pathway over here. Go a little bit quicker because I want to get building. But yeah, we have peccaries in here. Collared peccary. Classic kind of like American Southwest animal. I also love the uniforms I gave to everyone. The colors are super bright. We have this little kind of pathway. You might notice that the guests do actually use it, but there is no path. That is because it's a little free build trick. We'll see that in a little bit once we actually get up there. But yeah, I can't believe I glanced over that. This is the bighorn sheep exhibit. Super pretty. I just love it. The views in here are great. What animal do I want to see the most in Planet Zoo? I'd say coati. I'm big on the coati team. But yeah, over here we have little armadillos. I love this little sign over here. So dumb, but he's learning about himself. But yeah, they're exploring. They go in the burrows, all that stuff. But yeah, we can kind of sneak over here. But yeah, they do use that bridge, and it's so good. You can watch them use it right now, actually. Look at that. It's seamless. Okay. So that was pretty much it for episode 1. And now we can kind of talk about what is going to be on the next episode, which is just finishing the park. Over here, I have a little bit of a farm section. So we do have the American Standard donkey, I think. Yep, American Standard. Just to go hand in hand with like the burros, how they use burros like all the time in the American Southwest, especially around like the Grand Canyon and stuff. But what else do we have over here? I'm not too sure what I want to put in this habitat. In fact, one of the things I do want to do, it's going to be a domestic animal. Let me know what domestic animal you would like to see in here, but for the most part, I have no idea what I want. Terrain modification failed. There's something going on with these little fences. Gotta figure out what is happening, bro. What is going on? But yeah, I was thinking like baby goats or something. I could easily make that work. And just ignore this path choice for a second. Yeah, free build. I love free build. Free build is one of my favorite things, but for some reason, free build gets a little weird when it comes to like paths and fences altogether. In fact, let me try and delete these. Alpine goat. Alpine goat is good. Sheep. I feel like sheep wouldn't do too good in this weather. It's like all deserty. Would that be a good idea? I'm not sure. I was going to put baby goats in here originally, but I'm curious as to what you guys think. I don't think Highland cattle would do too well in here either. I think that's just recipe for disaster. Okay, so it's something to do with this. Oh, okay, cool. Now we can just cover that up with null paths. Yada da da da. And then one of the things I've been doing in this park has been using rock as a way to make kind of like mud or kind of like trotted ground. Trotted ground, yeah. So I kind of just plop in a little bit of that stuff. And then I use these. These are by Achetin. I'm not sure. A very strange way of making a name, but they are on the Planet Zoo workshop. And they've done stuff like that big Aztec city and stuff. Really, really awesome Planet Zoo creator. They have a few videos on YouTube. Go check them out. I think they did like it was like something like a water park with dolphins and stuff. It was cool. Chickens. Chickens is good. Pigs. Pigs might be fun. Rabbits. I like these. Maybe Rhea. I see you saying ostrich, but honestly, Rhea might be a fun way to incorporate that animal in here. Okay, but with that being said, that's that habitat. We can come back to that in a bit. I think chickens and goats are on the forefront. But over here, I actually have another mod. This one is by Lowbury. This is the California quail, and it is just so freaking adorable. Look at these guys. It is such a beautiful mod too. I mean, just look at that. Add donkey. Well, I don't know. I don't think donkeys will be able to fit in here. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. What do I think the next pack is? I'm putting my money on India. I'm putting my money on India. I don't know what, though, but I think it might be India. But over here I have this kind of like ranch style house. There's a bathroom in there because my guests were walking around like they were going to pee their pants. But in there is probably like, you know, education or something about like how farms used to operate and still kind of do operate in the American Southwest. Up the hill a little bit, we have this baby. I'm very excited about this. You guys aren't ready. It's really not that cool. Oh, it's even less cool from the top. Yeah, this is just gonna be all terrariums and stuff. So I have these kind of pre-made. I'm gonna spend some time decorating them. Maybe we can do it today. But I love the little mesh thing I did on the top over there. It just adds that little bit of extra flair. Over here I have a few species. I have the axolotls. Again, American Southwest animal technically. They're from Mexico. Only one lake in Mexico, but it still works. Who's in here? Who is in here? Western diamondback rattlesnake. Very handsome species right there. Across the way, I also have Gila monsters. Very beautiful species right there. Really awesome. And just a couple more kind of like terrariums and stuff in here. Just, we'll put in whatever we think of. Do I control the music that comes out? It's just the normal soundtrack. It's the one on YouTube. What's my favorite DLC, Cian? Cayenne, Cian, however you pronounce your name. Favorite DLC might be Tropical. I love everything that pack brought. And speaking of that, pretty much every single piece in here is from Tropical. But yeah, over here is probably one of my favorite netted enclosures I've ever made. Look at that. That is some clean network right there. But yeah, this is a little guy on the thumbnail over here. We have the ocelot. Very handsome guy right there. And we also have the cougar, or the mountain lion, or the bobcat. However you say it, wherever you're from, they're in this zoo. So that's all that matters. Tons more detailing I gotta do on this building over here. I'm not sure what we're gonna get into today, but yeah, that's probably on the docket. I have this set up over here too. I'm not sure what we're gonna put in it. Probably Kawadi. Just like a little rehab facility for them or something. Alright. Here is where it gets really good. This is fun. This is the coyote habitat. And it is a big mama. It's a big habitat, but I think I did pretty good with it. It's probably like a nice rescue operation that they have for these guys. So they have plenty of room to roam. They have the climb-proof fences. I think I did these custom. Yeah, I did. And yeah, they have their little holding building back there. We'll kind of detail that up a little bit. I have all this open space. I'm not sure what. Yes, if Moodler, if you have any suggestions for the terrariums, please let me know. And once we actually come up here, we start to get to the upper viewing. And we get to look down into the coyote habitat. And it's just really good. This part is based off of the Condor Ridge at the San Diego Zoo. Probably one of the coolest like vibes out of any place I've ever been, because it's just so beautiful. It really feels like you're in a remote part of the California wilderness, and it's just so good. A little seating area up here. I think I might do like a food stall or two, just to, you know, really sell the vibe. A whole bunch of walking up here. And then we come up here. That walking bit's going to be so annoying to detail, but that is fine. That's why we're here. And this is kind of like the crown jewel of this park up here. This is the Condor habitat, and I'm using Grey Cakes' California condors. They work super well. And if you guys have not seen the Condor mods in action, they're just so cool. Should probably unbox this guy. There you go. But how these guys work is basically they use enrichment items, so they should be able to access these ones right here. If I could actually select one. And they do have like custom animations to like fly around like that and stuff. Super dumb. They love their little walk like that. But yeah, there is a tug rope in there. And hopefully in a couple seconds we can actually see them use it. And yeah, that's it. You're planning on making a Minecraft themed zoo. That's awesome. I kind of wanted to do a video in Minecraft and Planet Zoo where I go around collecting the animals. I should do that soon. But yeah, these guys are super, super cool. Their necks make me super uncomfortable, but whatever. Red-eared slider. Okay, I like that. You haven't played Planet Zoo for most of the year. Becca, newest update really didn't bring much. It brought daffodils, which is, you know, it's whatever. I also did this nest over here. It's not really anything crazy, but I thought that turned out good. These trees, though, I love them. I forgot who made the actual dead trees, but I combined them with the faux rocks over here. And it has this nice kind of like sun bleach texture. It's super pretty. But yeah, last pack was it wasn't Zookeeper. America's Animal Pack. Pretty good pack, all things considered. I liked it. Okay. But that is it for what we have so far. And there's basically 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas where we can work. And I'm not sure where to start, so I'm going to start over here, actually. I really love this area. This area is super pretty. And I think what I want to do is kind of chop these in half and do a custom fence. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to go about this. Actually, I think I might have made this too easy for myself. So what I want to do is take all of these, maybe? Yeah, close enough. Push this right in. And I think we get a pretty decent fence right there. I don't know, that's too samey texture for me. We'll try something a little bit more unique. I need some stone, flexi color, and let's just say 1 meter for the time being. And we can kind of just parse out what we want. I mean, that's fine right there. What do you say if you lost 25% of your roof? You say oof. That's good. That's a good dad joke. Okay, I love that brick. The kind of twilight masonry, that's very good. I think we'll use that as a base. I want just a little bit more color, though. So maybe we can go with a little bit more of an orange. But I don't want all of that to be so bright. I think we might bring that down a bit. Okay. That's good. That's like a nice, good contrast. It's not too distracting, but it still works. Let me align these. Super, super awesome tip over here if you guys are building along. Position snap. The hotkey for that is going to be F. So, if you come over here and you click F, you can put it anywhere you want. And then you click it again. Boom. It kind of like snaps wherever it goes. I have no idea why it's not snapping to the right position, but whatever. Okay, I think that should be good. We can tuck that right there. Just so we have like a nice little cap on that, you know? Take that. take that. And there we go. Maybe push it in a little bit more. I don't know. It's being a little funky for me. Maybe we do something like this. I'm not really too concerned about poking out the side. I more so care about how it looks overall. Get rid of that. And yeah, that looks, it's basic, but I think it works. Stream a video of a racing planet zoo. That is not my market. That is Plastic Swans' market, and I will not trot on that. That is not my jizzly jam. And remind me never to say jizzly jam ever again. Ugh. Okay. Stop double clicking. That's annoying me. Bring this out a little bit. Even though the path kind of cuts it off, and we can continue this. Awkward silence. Oh! Oh, don't escape, buddy. That ain't good. Okay. I like that. Okay. Have that be even. Delete that, just so I know how it's supposed to look. And we can kind of connect this right up here and end it right there. So it's just this nice little self-contained area. I kind of like that. I'm going to sink these into the ground just a little bit because I don't want it to really be poking out. Yeah. That ocelot really wants to escape. That is not good. He has such a nice habitat, though. Why does he want to do that? What I do want to do, maybe we use these to kind of like break these out a little bit. And then another one right here. It just caps them off nice. Stoppable Sun, my friend. I'm not sure if you're still on the chat. Huge shout out to him. He actually recommended me a habitat. I think it was from some zoo in the Southwest or something. That had these beautiful pillars. They were more stone than anything, but I turned them into wood because, again, it's more so about the texture. I forget what zoo it was from, but they just look so good. I had to use them. Why is the leaf so buff? Because I am. Because I am. Honey Badger does look good. How are you guys feeling about this new DLC? I'm excited. I'm actually going to change out the colors on these. Yeah, I'm feeling excited. It's going to be such a fun DLC process once again. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Rope will leave probably the same. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's good texture. That is some good texture. I do want to sink this one back down, though. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's been not too long since the last DLC, which is very weird. But it's awesome. It really is. Honey Badger is going to be such a good choice. Black Buck, I really hope so. Nilgai, I hope so. Like, I'm not really the biggest ungulate fan, but Indian ungulates are just so cool not to get. Like, I don't know. There's something about them that's just very good. Okay, buddy. You're cut off. You are cut off from escaping. Gonna just push that there. You're done. You lose. Sorry, I sound a little tired, guys. It's been a long day. Do I think the elephant is key in the key art is a new elephant or not? I don't know. I think I'm personally team not new elephant. It's not that I don't want a new one, but a new one won't really provide me with anything. I don't know. I'm not really a big, like, elephant fan to begin with. Not that they aren't cool or anything. It's just, I don't like building for them. Their habitats are so big. You guys see my habitats over here. They're not big. I just prefer working with smaller animals. I don't know. I want to do some detailing over here. This is why I don't do speed builds anymore. It's because I'm too, like, attention deficit when it comes to I need to focus on one element at a time. Because it, like, that's no way to build personally. I don't know. Like, you need to focus on the overall look, and if you're placing down objects, it's gonna affect the rest of the build. Like, it's gonna affect the rest of the vibes, you know? That's why I kind of bop around, you know? Yeah, it's looking good. And one of the things I've been doing in this park, too, is just using a slight layer of rock to underset all of these little faux rock areas. And it just helps it really seamlessly kind of transition in. Super pretty. What's my favorite animal in the game? I don't know. I don't know. There's really too much. Definitely an arboreal one, but I'm not really sure what. I don't know. We just have so many good ones. Oh well. Right. Hi, Evie. I'm doing good. Puggy, I do not have a Discord. I'm thinking of, like, opening one up soon, but it probably won't be for, like, talking purposes. It's probably just going to be like, oh, Leaf posted a new video today. Won't you check it out? Or something like that. Yeah, just because I don't know. I don't feel like I'd be able to upkeep with that. And I don't feel like any of my friends would want to upkeep that. So it's kind of just like, yeah. Just log in. Here's when I post a new video and whatnot. And that's it. I don't have any plans for a magpie goose. I think Bongo Hardwood does, though. And he can do a much better job than I can. Okay, that's good. I do need some little ground detailing, though. I need, like, little... Let's build something, shall we? And if I have to kind of, like, step out for a few minutes, I apologize. Stuff at home. But that might happen, so just so you know. Figure you guys are like, why are you using this piece? That's so weird. Well, that's kind of why I want to use it. I feel like using weird pieces in Planet Zoo is like the best way to make like stuff that looks good, you know? Like this. Look at that. Can do something kind of neat. This flexi color? Yes, it is. Brown? Sure. And the handle over here. Change that to black. Yeah, okay. That's fun. And plus, the more, like, custom stuff I do in here, the more I get to load up that handy-dandy blueprint set, which is going to be packed to the brim this time. Which I can show you guys right now. This is what we're looking at. Put a lot of work into this one. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Hello, Deanne. Jacob, I'm fine not making an Asiatic lion. Thank you. I don't really see a need to. Especially when, we might get one soon. Okay, well, first of all, one of the things I want to do over here is just get this properly oriented. So I'm actually going to angle this down just a smidge. And there we go. Cool. Alright. Now we can work. And you're gonna see like the actual trowel part of this sticking out pretty soon. Just know I'm gonna clean that up. Don't worry. And this is just an easy way to keep the guests out because it's like, I don't know. It's a European technique. They trust their guests a lot more. America, you can see a lot more higher fences because American zoos, the clientele sometimes, they think they can do whatever they want. Which is kind of fun. Have you guys been to any good zoos recently? I have. I went to a place called Ripley's Waterfowl. And as you could guess, it has waterfowl. Oh, look at that. That is clean. Ugh. Using random objects in Planet Zoo. It's like the random toasters you see in Star Wars that are supposed to be sci-fi. Yeah, that's kind of my mindset. Also, I love this meat just hanging out. That is very funny. But yeah, I don't know. I like that in Planet Zoo where it's like, oh, this object is supposed to be for this specific purpose, but I'm not gonna use it for that, you know? It's just so much better. It's just so much better. But yeah. We can do nice little covered garden areas. This is gonna be good. And we can do something right through here. But yeah, Ripley's Waterfowl was awesome. Also went back to Action Wildlife. I'm not sure if I ever talked about it too much on this channel before. I think I might have talked about it in my like little zoo review, kind of like end of the year spiel. But it's pretty cool. It's just a little drive-through safari. It's probably not the best like looking place out there, but it was cool. Barcelona Zoo. I hear a lot of good stuff about that one. Evie, I haven't checked it out yet. I apologize. But thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. Alright, let's pop in here. I just need a little bit more of a smaller brush. And we can start to raise these flower beds. I guess we're sending it with this area first. Not that I'm upset or anything, it's just I did not expect to work on this place today. Hopefully we can hide that meat. Okay, that's good. I like that. It's just ever so different elevation, but it just works so much better. Biopark de Rio. Oh, that's good. You went to feed and pet kangaroos in a small Australian zoo? That is good. That is awesome. Okay. No, it sounds like you guys are going to some awesome places. Alright, we're going to do tiny little detailing in here. Very small pieces. And this is just going to be enough to kind of tidy up this area. Not tidy up, more like dirty it up. But like in a good way. We like our organized chaos in leaf zoos. Also, we gotta find a way to cover up this back there. That is a service road. Maybe we could use those fences. I'm not sure. But, I wanted these. Yeah, these are good. Figured this would be kind of like a new area. Because, like, all this architecture is super new. It's super, like, modern. I figure kind of like the lore implication of this area, because we always gotta have lore, you know? Would be the Trailside Museum got a recent grant, and they were actually able to build a new veterinary center, and they were able to take in more stuff like big cats and stuff. I originally wanted to include jaguar in here because jaguars have been known to actually come into Arizona, but it just wasn't in the cards, my friend. It simply wasn't. Alas. Maybe next time. I love building for jaguars. It's just I never get the good chance to, you know? Really couldn't build for them in Makulutano. Also kind of just dirtying up this path, too. Because why not? We're already here. I love this zoo, though. It's turning out so good. Alright. I'm going to build a small zoo at my vacation house with legal animals. That is awesome. What animals would I have if I owned a zoo? Patagonian Mara. Capybara. I'd get herps. A lot of herps. I love herps. I'm not sure what, though. I get insects, too. Okay, let's get some hostas in here. And one of my methods for hostas is kind of just tiny little clusters. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I would get for my own zoo. Like, if I had the space, I would get some hoof stock. Like, black buck is really cool. They're super pretty, too. Not, like, I love birds. I love birds in the wild. Probably ducks. Lots of ducks. Ducks would make a very big appearance in my own zoo. How about you guys? If someone said, hey, we bought a zoo. What would be the first animal you would get for it? Path made up of 10 million rocks. Yes, sir. I'm proud of it. Okay. What's the palette we have? I talked about the palette a million times in the last episode, but I genuinely forget. Okay, it's parched grass. Maybe, oh no, I kind of want to do something fun in here. No. This could be kind of like a freshly painted area. Yes, yes. Freshly planted, sorry. So we could have like small shrubs. Yes, okay. This is good. This is good. So we could have it be kind of orderly, if that makes sense. Is random rotation on? Yes, it is. Definitely saplings. I'm not sure what kinds yet, though. But I know I want some century plants. Yes, this is the lore that I'm talking about. This is very good. That's good. Yeah. Maybe palms? Let's look at saplings. Ooh, Brazil nut might be fun. It's just a pretty sapling, you know? Ooh, no. The pine is good. Let's also get kind of like... I need something that's kind of like a tree guard. Let's go... Let's look over here. Tree guard. I need something small, though. I'm just going to subscribe to a bunch that I see. And if they don't work, we'll do it custom. Okay, well, that can certainly guard it, but it looks like it might need to be custom. Let's go over here. Let's get a mud pillar. Put that all the way up there. And let's get rope, 2 meter. We're going to just pop down right over here. I know it's rope. Who cares? It is just what we do. Now we look for something like a hinge. Ooh, no. Fiesta. Fiesta has decent pieces. Okay, we gotta turn off the random rotation before I lose it. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, where were we? Tree guard. Tree guards. Let's push that in a little bit. What I'm doing right over here is making something kind of like a circle. So if I rotate this on itself, it's not the worst. It's also certainly not the best, but you know what? It's fine. Because no one else has really done a decent tree guard yet. So I'll take whatever I can get. Okay. We push this out. And we push this in. And from there, we can take this and push her right down. Okay. And Okay, very sorry. I need to start wrapping up. But I think at this point we have a nice little tree guard. That is looking good. Can select all those pieces, make it just a little bit more silver. And we can add some pieces down here. Is my voice on? Yes, it is. And with angle snap, we can actually line these pieces perfectly up and just slide them down all the way to the ground. But yes, my take on the elephant shenanigans is I don't really care. I don't care until it's done. If we get a new elephant, that's awesome. If we don't, you know, what'd we miss, you know? I don't necessarily think we need a new elephant. I think it's kind of whatever. But if we do get a new one, we know it's going to look pretty good. But yeah, I don't particularly mind either way. Okay, tree guard is all set. So we can do a couple of these here and there. Have a good one, Evie. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, shoot. I didn't even notice the mud pillars were still up there. That's not good. Oh, there's a lot of them. That's fine. We can delete them all. It's good. Okay. And we can do like one or two over here. Yeah, that's kind of poking out of the ground, but don't tell anyone, okay? That's good. That's the exact feel that I wanted out of that. For the terrariums, that's the thing. I accounted for 3 of the actual Planet Zoo terrariums, but they just won't fit in these, which kind of sucks. But I'll figure out something to do with those. So that's good. Yeah. I know this was a little bit of a quick stream, but I need to go. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by. You guys were actually able to push me to do something a little bit out of my comfort zone, which these streams are always good for. Kind of doing a little bit more of a different lore kind of garden over here. I'll spruce everything up. Hopefully we can do another stream soon. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Let me actually end it with these guys actually moving. If it'll actually work. I use Kai's kind of like advanced time mod or whatever, and it works very good sometimes, but sometimes it kind of breaks. Okay. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Again, sorry it's a quick stream, but we'll have another one soon. Just because I like building on these more, you know? Have a great one. Hope you guys enjoyed this little sneak peek into the Santa Fe Trailside Museum. And you guys should be seeing updates on this soon. So, yeah, have a great one.